Yo, what's up? It's your boy Zab Super Judah. Come support me on December 7th as I take on Paulie Malignaggi at the Brooklyn Barclays Center. Remember, y'all, we are boxing. Keep it locked right here.
Event here is about Brooklyn pride. I'm not from here. I grew up in Los Angeles. I'm way in the other side of the country, but in the last year I've learned that here in Brooklyn there's something special about the fighters here. They're very tough fighters, mentally, physically, and they give it their all. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize that when you have two guys from Brooklyn fighting each other, it's going to be a special event. He's had 50 fights now, 50 fights in his illustrious career. And he's always very, very exciting. You can always say that, you know, when you see a Zab Judah fight, there's going to be excitement, there's going to be speed, there's going to be power, something's going to happen. And that's what he's done throughout his career. A lot of people question why we signed him so late in his career. Why you guys signed Zab? Because he's exciting. He's an exciting fighter. And Zab came to us and said, look, Golden Boy, I believe in you guys. Just get me the biggest fights you can. Give me the biggest fights. I'll fight anybody. And that's the reason why we're working with Zab Judah. And that's his career. That's what he's done throughout his career. He's one of New York's most accomplished fighters. He's a 5-time 2-division world champion, former undisputed welterweight champion. He had great wins over Corey Spinks, Lucas Matisse, Mickey Ward, Junior Witter, DeMarcus Corley. Had Floyd on the run for a while there. All of you guys remember, he's probably the last guy that gave Floyd a run for his money. It was a very, very exciting fight. So I want to bring up to the podium Brooklyn's own Zab Judah.
Thank you. First of all, I just want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for allowing me to be here, allowing this situation to take place. Once again, y'all, we here. I mean, we've been here time after time again. But this is truly one fight that I've never thought that we would be on the other side of corners. It's just so long, so much history. You know, it's one of those things that, you know, I lost my last fight here at Barclays. Paulie lost his last fight here at the Barclays. You know, that didn't mean anything. We still 2 dynamite fighters. You know, our numbers speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? Our skills speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? This is why, you know, you got Steven and Brett. These guys like, come on, we need this type of fight to happen to show, to just distinguish out the whole division about, you know what I'm saying, who wants to stand up and who wants to stand down. And then the winner move on, the loser, you know, he'll do what he's doing, just whatever happens. You know what I'm saying? But December 7th, y'all, we coming to bring the fireworks, you know what I'm saying? You know, like I told y'all over and over again, I've known Paulie for a long time. I've watched him grow throughout the years. Always very proud of him because he always represented, you know, that BK, you know what I'm saying? So always very proud of him and always stood by his side. And, you know, just Saturday, December 7th, you're going to see a great boxing fight. That's it. You're going to see some of the fastest hands in the world. We're probably going to break the jab count. I think so, because he throws a lot of jabs, and I throw a lot of jabs too. So, you know, I think, you know, we're going to get a entertaining, you know, good defense, a good classy act of boxing that night, guys, you know. Just get ready for it, guys. December 7th, we here.
Malignaggi about this fight. You know, they pretty much said the same thing. You know, they said, hey, look, yeah, we know Zab. It's an interesting fight. We'll fight anybody. We'll fight anybody. And that's been Paulie's career. Paulie's pretty much fought everybody in the sport. And he's always put on a good performance. Because that's all he knows how to do. Fight. He's been doing it since day one, since he was a little kid. And he'll tell anybody that would listen. You know, he's never had an easy road. He's fought everybody. And that's pretty much what he does. He knows how to do a little bit of announcing now on TV, which is good. And he's very good at that as well. If you could please come up and say a few words, Paulie.
Yeah, I guess I'll start by saying I echo the same sentiments as Zab. They're all the years I know him, I've been around him for a long time. I never expected to be across the ring from him, but you know, we got to give Brooklyn what Brooklyn wants, you know. So it starts there. Before I get started, I'm gonna start from the top. You know, I wasn't sure after the last fight and the events of everything that happened if I would fight again. You know, I was kind of pulling both ways. You know, I was unsure of whether I felt like going through all the stuff that that it takes to get ready for fights, and all the stuff that dealing with outside the ring, heckling and politics and just a lot of stuff, you know. And you know, I was really torn, and you know, I got a pretty good job commentating, so I was saying, you know, I was more leaning towards not fighting again, you know. You know, my team was very supportive of whatever decision I made, but I got a call from Sam Watson recently, and you know, Team Heyman, and you know, they were talking about they were interested in working with me, and it kind of started to get me thinking a little bit. You know, they kind of gave me kind of a blueprint as to what they want to do with me. Obviously, pending my success in the ring, and I liked what I heard. You know, so I've been in some positive discussions with Team Heyman and Sam especially. And you know, we're trying to move forward from there, and you know, so a big up to them, because I think they're a big reason why I've actually stepped forward and continued to fight, you know, as opposed to just laying back and watching the fights from outside the ring with you guys. So now I'm here, you know. Me and Zab go back a long way. You know, I can remember I told Lem Satterfield from Ring Magazine over the weekend. I remember Zab working my corner. You remember that fight, man? I don't think you remember, man. 99 Empire State Games. Zab came up as like an honorary coach. The fights were at Hofstra University, and Zab was working the corner for all the amateurs, and you know, I remember him working my corner, you know, and you know, he actually trained us that week and all that. Well, I didn't win the whole tournament, but we won. We got to the semis, but some of us won. I think New York City won the team trophy, but you know, Zab was kind of like the honorary coach, so he's working with us all week and stuff like that. So again, I mean, it goes back to even before I was a pro, seeing Zab in the gym. I remember seeing Zab sparring in the gym even before I had one amateur fight. You know, I kind of got a late start in boxing. I was 16 when I started. I had my first amateur fight at 17, so I had heard a lot about Zab even through the years. As a matter of fact, again, harping on the fact that I never thought I'd fight him. I mean, at the time he worked my corner, I was fighting at 125 pounds, you know, so you never think like you're gonna even grow at that age anymore, you know, but you know, things happen. You know, it's been a long road. It's had its ups and downs. Speaking of the last fight, you know, some things irked me. The result definitely irked me. I don't mind losing a decision. It's close. It could go both ways. You know, things happen. I was a little bit irritated with the media putting the decision in the context of some ridiculous decisions. You know, there has not been a day since June 22nd that I don't get at least one or two people come up to me, no matter what city I'm in the country or the world, no matter where I am, that don't come up to me and say, Paul, you got screwed in that Broner fight. And I'm not saying everybody has to agree with it, but it's the kind of fight that could have went both ways. So when I hear reporters putting it into context with the judge or the split decision was ridiculous, like the Mayweather Canelo majority decision, guys, I don't know about you, but I don't think one person is going up to Canelo Alvarez telling him he won that fight. I don't think one person. So I don't know what bifocals some of you guys had on the night I fought Broner, but get some thicker ones for the rest of your careers if you're gonna do this job. Because if you're gonna do this job, at least get it right. You know, we do the fighting, we do the hard part. You know what I'm saying? You guys at least put the correct bifocals on and score the fight right and do the thing you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? Because if you can at least do that, it's at least you owe us fighters. You know. I've gone into a lot of rants and raves over my career, you know, over the course of my career, and you know, it's you guys' responsibility to do that, not me. It's not my responsibility to fix the fight game. It's my responsibility to put on a good show and entertain. Okay, it's you guys' responsibility to bring out what's wrong with it and what's not wrong with it, and to change things for the positive. So it's not just up to the media to make your fantasy pound for pound lists and this guy's better than this guy. Yeah, that's cool, but it's nerd stuff at the end of the day. You know, go forward and try to make the sport a better place for the athletes and for the fans and everything, because we can't do it on our own. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I remember years ago I was talking about PEDs and boxing, and I'm not saying anything has to do with this fight. I was talking about PEDs and boxing, and people look at me and I'm laughing at me and talking about how ridiculous I am. And now everybody's on this whole PED tip. If you guys would have listened to me 5 years ago, instead of calling me ridiculous, maybe things would have changed for the better. So there's other things that need to change in the sport, man. You know what I'm saying? We need to make things better for us fighters too. So it's up to you guys. When you guys criticize a fighter for, hey man, you know, he was way ahead and he just played it safe the rest of the fight because, you know, he just wanted to play it safe and he owes the fans entertainment. Well, you guys owe it more than us, okay? You guys want us to put our necks on the line in a fight. We're ahead in the fight, and when us to risk getting knocked out, why don't you guys risk your jobs and bring out what's wrong with the sport sometimes instead of keeping quiet so you can get ringside credentials? A lot of you guys are fanboys instead of media guys. You know what I mean? If boxing was a mainstream sport, a lot of you guys would not have a job because real media guys would be covering it, okay? A lot of you guys gotta be thankful that this is a secondary sport in the country. It's popular, but it's a secondary sport. So do your job right. And last but not least, I don't know how many times I've read that I won my WBA title on a cut against Zinchenko. Watch the damn fight. That fight got stopped with me throwing a combination on the ropes of Zinchenko. There was no doctor that was ever gonna stop that fight on any kind of cut. I was in a foreign country. Get your shit right. Thank you. Brooklyn, stand up. Me and Zach Judah, December 7th, we're gonna put on a great show. This is gonna be the best main event we've had yet. And it's a fight that the most fans are gonna look forward to it because we have the perfect venue for it. When they made the Barclays Center, it was made for fights like this.